because basically the unit is Newton. Okay, so A, what's A? Over here. A is the area of a cross section of tape. So it means if you have tape over here. So you calculate the area of your tape. You can see is inverse one. So if you have is if it is a thinner one, you know, be longer. For example, let's take a look. Elongate this one. Elongate a little this one. If you take something like this one, okay. For a moment, if you think about the physical meaning, or you can just take it for granted, but you must know how to do the calculation. And the other one is called E. E is called Young's modulus for tape and material. So different material. So you have some kind of adjustment. All these are very physical terms. We won't come to that bit, otherwise I spend too much time. But just to let you know, as long as you know, in the real one, we'll give you some real number, then you can just plug it and you can do a calculation. And if you really buy a tape, normally they'll give you this kind of information. They'll give you A, they'll give you E, and they'll give you P0. So all these are P0, A, E. They'll give you this kind of information in your brochure of your tape. We open the box. Normally you will get this kind of information. Based on these three parameters, you can easily convert them based on your how much you fall. But this is kind of like not much practical, because in reality, very few people when they use tape, they measure how much force they exert on the tape. It's kind of insane if you keep on measure how much force you. But in principle, yes, you have to do this. You have to when you pull the tape, you have to also measure how much force you pull tape. In principle, yes, you have to do this kind of measure. But in reality, very few people do this kind of thing. Otherwise, it's sort of crazy. Anyway, we are teaching you something much more accurate. Okay, then another one called sec. So we'll come back to sec later on. Otherwise, maybe it's too much for you. Let's just take one example and look at how to do the correction for temperature. And based on this one I just mentioned, and also based on the force. But for a moment, take a notebook and also remove this formula, right? Otherwise, we are going to be far away from this page. We won't come, but we have to use this formula and this formula in also to solve our question, our examples. So we are going to come to example. Now will be maybe in the 40th page or something. So that'll be too far away from. We won't come back. Please write down this formula. Write down this formula, or maybe I can grab it. I can grab it, and then we can have a what's the problem? So maybe here's some problem. Okay, let me write down this. Grab this one, and then we don't have to come back. Once I grab it, and then we can see this one, do this one, see this one, and then another formula. I also grab another formula. Of course, I have to grab this explanation as well. This explanation. So also let me grab this kind of explanation as well. This explanation. Okay, and also another formula. This formula. We are going to use this to then also I have to grab this equation as well. This equation. Otherwise, probably you don't. Good. I also grab this equation. This is equation for temperature. How are you going to calculate LS? Okay, now come to the next one. I grab the one for the force. So this is for the force. Correction for the different kind of correction, and also this is the explanation of every words. Explanation of every words. Okay, this is the second one. And the last one is the one are we going to use LS, calculate LS based on this formula, based on this one, and then later on we can just take a look at this one in your group, and then we can take a look at all this information. We don't have to come back, otherwise waste too much time. Now, let me get to the point straight away. Going to the example, we are going to demonstrate to you guys. By the way, there is one table over here as well. All the correction, all the table, and maybe you already done the slope bit. We finished the slope bit. So and also we finished the absolute length. This bit, these two already. And today we are going to finish temperature and the pool. These two other correction. And hopefully tomorrow we can finish sec bit, the sec bit, and also the mean sea level, how to calculate these two, and probably will jump this one because it's not really important alignment. But anyway, so leave this one for tomorrow's job. About solve this one and pool and temperature, these two. For today, and okay, and also I can grab this one as just for your reference. Probably we don't need so much, but just for your reference. Let me grab this one as well. Also grab this one. Table. Grab this one. Okay. Now we are already everything is settled, and now all we have to do now is try to find an example. I already find one example over here, and then you can use this example straight away, and then we'll see how to calculate everything based on this. It's a good example of everything, but maybe it's gone because I used to highlight it, and then after some time it disappeared. I don't know why. So maybe it's gone, but I still have to find out where it lies. Even it's gone already. So I bet it's this one, this one. If not, I will do it later on another one. But anyway, we can trade this one. Even it's not, we will trade it. Okay. Now take a look at this example. This is a good example. You can see this example pretty much go through everything. I go through the correction for the temperature, correction for the slope. Keep on going, and I see. This one is not one. We look at this one first, but we are going to look at indeed this example because this example have everything. This example we have temperature correction, pool correction, how to call and sector correction tomorrow, slope correction before, MS-error correction tomorrow, and then calculate the total correction. Totally, because and give you here the correct length for your standardized step. So all these are very practical. Okay. Let's take a look at 2.2, example 2.2 first. Of course, we have 2.1 over here. 2.1 basically, we already done this bit, so probably you don't have to spend much more time on this one. If you're interested, you can take a look again, and any problem, raise your hands. Okay, let's continue. A tab of standard length, this one. So now you can see some people ask, what do you mean a standard tab? Here, is a standard tab is defined to be the tab at the 85 Fahrenheit. So this is your, let me make it straight. This is your tab. This is tab. So now the temperature is 85 Fahrenheit. 85 Fahrenheit. How much degree? How many high degree? Minus 18. I don't know. Some of you probably use Fahrenheit. Anyway, so 85 Fahrenheit. And the reading is 20. This is your error. Error is your reading. This is your reading your temper. So this is your reading. So the length of this tab is 20 meters. 20 meters. Just a reading. It's not comparison. It's not like reading. It's just in your tab itself. It's a reading. It's a reading. Is a maximum is called 20. It's not like you compare each other tab to measure this tab or something. No. I just on this tab you have some reading, and the reading in the end the reading is called 20. So this is error. How error comes from? How error comes from? Okay, and then now there's a physical this length. You can treat this as a U. As a U. Okay, so you call this one. You call this one standard tab. Since this is the one in my lecture as well, I call this one standard tab. Maybe I use V. I can so sometimes juggle the usage a little bit. Okay, So this your standard tape, 385. You call this one standard tape. In India, I don't call it standard, otherwise a bit confusing. I just call the reference tape. I'll take this one tape, fix this tape, reference, the reference tape. Okay. To measure baseline, basically just a line on the earth. I measure this one. Okay, so the major distance, it was this one. To measure baseline, the major distance was this one, and then what do you get? Then the following being the slope for a very second of this is the you use the measure. You measure all this tape, all this length. So what do you mean the various segments? I use the plot. All the plotting is gone. So it means like this one. You have 1 segment like this one. This 1 segment is 100 meters. Okay, and in principle, you are going to measure the horizontal one. We are much more interested in measuring the horizontal one. Depends on purpose. It's not always you're interested in horizontal one. Sometimes you are much more clear about the slope. Depends on. But suppose you're going to measure distance between A and B. But the thing is that there is no way you can do the measurement directly. So you have to climb the mountain, do this, do that in order to get it. Okay, so there is a slope. So the first one you reach this point. So this slope is 2 degree 20 minutes. Okay, this is a slope. Again, then up to most time you have to do this kind of measurement. You can't because you tape the length of your tape. There are 2 things. One is the length of 2 tape. Your tape is limited, so there is no way for you just one time off. There is no way, and you have to do it many times. That's one thing. The other thing is up to this point, there is a physical problem. Maybe there is a cliff or something, or there is an ocean, not ocean, a lake or something lies in between. So there is no way. So you have to climb to another mountain. So you get to another point, and the other point is you climb. Of course, it's not accurate because 2 degrees very low. I just exaggerate a little bit to make you see a bigger picture. Otherwise, the degrees too small to be visualized. Okay, so this is steeper. Is steeper over here. Okay, so you measure this one is 150. 150. And then you have the degree over here. Measure this one. Is the degree inclined angle is 1.06. 1.06. 1 degree 6 seconds. 6 minutes. 1 degree 6 minutes. And so on, so on. And the one you get is 50. 50. So on and so forth. You keep on measure. I just skip all of them, otherwise too much time. Okay. And I use up to this point. Up to this one. Just of course, maybe it doesn't go like this way. But just take this one as an example. If you do measurement like this, how are you going to get the result? Okay. So in the end, in total, you put this number in total. They put 8 them up. So in total, how much do you get? Is this number? So this is the summation of this one. The summation of this one. Okay. First question. Let's do the correction of tape first. Correction of tape first. Because we are interested in A, B. Previously, I was giving you the example. That was only one off. So it's be like one to image 1 times. So problem solved is 1 triangle. It's not. But now it's more than 1 triangle. You solve it. You're supposed to solve many times. So you have a projection over here. So here you care about. So you have to calculate up here as A1. And then you have a projection over here. So something A1 between A1 and A2. You also have another distance. Keep on going. You also have your projection over here. You have A3. Okay. So AB, the distance between AB will consists of distance between A1, A1, A2, A2, 3. Keep on going. They're a bit piece by piece, and all these pieces comes from the slope times the cosine value, cosine. So this one, 100 times cosine something. So in the end, you'll get something like this one. Like what? This is your L1. This is the measure of your, or you can treat, if you treat more like the way we write, this is treat like a L1. This is your L2. L2 is 180. L3. L1, L2, L3. Keep on going. And then L1. So now we can treat like a Li. Just write down all the formula. This is Li. It's because you have a different segment. Depends on how many segments you're going to do this measurement. It might be 10 segments also. This kind of measure normally is necessary. Okay, in practical they'll be done because most of the time you want to measure the difference between A and B. That is not the right way. Of course, now you have electronic things. But sometimes it still doesn't work. You still need to get it wrong. All right. So this is Li. Li is your slope times the cosine. Cosine what? Cosine alpha I. What does alpha I stands for? Alpha I is the slope. Alpha I. This is alpha 1. This is alpha 2. And keep on going. Alpha I. So it did all the, this guy did all the measurement how many times? 6 times. 6 times. This is L1 to L6. 6 times. So this is alpha 6. So it added up. This is just a general formula. In order to get AB. So you can get AB through this formula straight away. So you don't have to calculate the arrows. No point. You don't have to calculate. Of course, you can deduct this one from your arrow piece by piece. You can get a result. And I check the solution is the same. I checked already. A solution is the same. So the solution. The solution like AB. This time will be the same. If you adopt like this one, but you don't have to. Just a simple one straight away. You don't have to go to like arrow or something. And also his annotation is kind of weird. Because here there is no single L. It's all different. So his L here means Li all the way. So he's not using something very precise. So this is your AB. Okay, so slope bit is nothing new. We did it already. Just he put it over here, so it's just briefly mentioned how to do the slope bit. But we did already. That's not main purpose here. The main purpose here is to do the correction for the tap for the temperature. So let's calculate the temperature. Let's calculate the temperature. So you already this one. No, this one is you do the calculation. You can do it. But this one, whatever you get, this number will be what? This number will still based on your tap, not standard tap. This one because you use LI. LI is a major tap. So this is a use tap. So you use the tap to the measure. This is not a standard tap. So you have to convert AB to the standard tap. How? Of course, first of all, you have to calculate the temperature, the influence temperature. Let's briefly calculate the temperature bit. So now the standard temperature is 85. Okay. And what's your mean temperature? Your mean temperature, that means the temperature you are using the tab you are using a measure now. So this is the temperature under the field. You are going to measure the distance between A and B. So this is the temperature outside the field. Not in the laboratory or the theoretical one. Not this one. This 63 is your. So this 63 indeed is we write Tm is a mean middle. Is a mean field temperature. This is Tm. And this one 85 degree is our T naught. T naught or Tg. T naught indeed is your standard. Still you fix this one. And so now this temperature T naught is less than this one. Tm is higher than this one. So remember we say if this one is higher, you have a plus. This one lower. So now you have the temperature is so the actual AB in LRS. AB in LRS. This AB is in L. L means this one it means your measurement. Your measurement means is under this one. The measure under this one. You measure this under this one. So these are basically all this data come from this one. all these are enter. So this data come from this measurement is done in the field, and all this data get from the temperature is 63 degree Fahrenheit. 60 degree Fahrenheit is like this one, 60 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so and then now you have to convert into all this into a standard one. So AB, you are going to convert into standard one, and just like I say, now is a slightly different. Maybe not much. Because you have to. My principal idea is you have to correct your tab first, or you can correct the whole measurement straight away. If you correct the whole measurement straight away, it's easy. You just use ABL times your correction. So now you do your correction. What I mean is you have L is the thermal coefficient. Is thermal expansion coefficient, and then times what? Times is Tm. Tm is your mean field temperature minus T naught. T naught is your standard temperature. So here is 62. All these are in Fahrenheit. I think it's invented by British, I guess. So I use Fahrenheit. So this is 63. This is 85. And now here times AB L. This will be your correction. This is not ABS. This is your correction. Let me get rid of this one. Otherwise, it be confusion. This is your correction. Correction for the columns. I do correction. So this is a correction according to the temperature CT. Will be this one. Okay. So now you're supposed to minus your ABL minus your this one. It's not calculated over here because this reader is just put the error. One is the slope error, one is the temperature error. We don't care about these two values. We care about how to calculate the standard one, how to convert it into the standard one. So these two values, of course, we know how to do it, but how to convert it into this one. So the way you convert it is like LS. You based on the LS. LS is the point between. So this is called LS. If you use a standard tab to do this one, the distance is called LS. So I write this down. Okay, so the distance is LS. LS you maybe do it this way. Maybe it's not notation. It's not good. Write this way. AB the distance now is you can use LS. If you use LS, you will become how much? Will become ABL, or you can call just like L. Like let's call it L. Just I do the distance using L. So it become L, and then now is minus your CT. Because previously we mentioned. Let's take a look at this one. Over here, temperature is I think it's this one. You see, when Tm is smaller than T naught, T naught. Now T naught is 85 degree. The Tm is 63 Fahrenheit. So it's smaller than the typical one. So you means the tab is shortened one. So the measurement is supposed to be tab is a long one, supposed to shorten. So L minus CT. This will be the result. So in total, ABS LS will be how much? LS will be L will be 8. This is L 882 .0 in total 882 over here, and CT is a correction. This is a correction over here. CT is correction over here, and here so let me see. Previously I was thinking maybe CT. Anyway, if because I'm thinking maybe I should put an absolute value or something over here. I'll put an absolute value over here. So let's see. Anyway, you just have to check whether this one, because now you are using the smaller one. You are using this smaller one. You can think about this one. This is a smaller one because if you use a CT do this calculation, your CT, how much your CT will become? Your CT, this one, the number here will be this is 63 your mean value minus T naught. So it's a minus. This is a minus over here. And now, so the CT is a minus already. Now I just try to see whether the formula I gave it to is justified according to this one or not. And then, because you are using a 63 use tab, right? This is your use tab over here. Standard tab. So this tab, in comparison to the standard tab, this is your standard tab. 85 is your standard tab. It tends to be longer because it's a metallic one, so it tends to be longer. So this is your 85 degree Fahrenheit over here. And if you use this to measure, you overshoot. So now you deduct CT over here. You have to deduct CT over here. So the best way for this one, if you have a CT, probably you still have used plus. If you use a plus, what happened? If you use a plus, if you put the absolute value over here, there is no problem. You can always write down as a minus something, the plus value. Then you can get like is a shorter. If you use this one, standard one, you get shorter one. Then there is no problem. And so the formula can be changed to L minus this one. Otherwise, you have to think about the plus and minus. Later I'll give you much more comprehensive version, much more comprehension for this one. But for the moment, you can treat this one as you put absolute value over here. Otherwise, here is supposed to be shorter. If you have a minus, it become longer. So it doesn't fit our purpose. So in order to fit our purpose, I have to change the notation as well. Change some notation. So for the moment, treat this one as an absolute value. Put an absolute value over this one. Okay. And let's continue. If you have some time, we'll come back how to sub this one topic because we don't have too much time. So that's another problem. Okay, so this is the one. Then come to the force. We haven't come to the force yet. So come to force is much more. I think it's much more complicated. Force over here. So you have a temperature over here. Okay. Let's get you one exercise. Tomorrow we'll continue. Otherwise, we can't touch this force because I intend to touch it before, but we even slope too much. Then, okay. But anyway, they are all important, equally important. So there is no difference. Okay. Now I give you one exercise. Which exercise? In order for you to read the comparison, let me read you one exercise. Maybe this one is good one, but I haven't reached this bit. So you can take a look at this one. Tomorrow we'll keep on looking at this one as well. So for the moment, tomorrow we'll put it as a whole, as a homework. But for the moment, you can think about this one as well. So this one also have a temperature correction. Now briefly, temperature now is the field, outside field temperature is 14 is Celsius, and then the standard one. This is not the temperature over here, and the standard one is 18. These are standardized under two conditions. One is under force, the other under temperature. Temperature wise is 18. So now obviously the temperature outside is lower than the standard one. So this table is be shorter than the standard one. The table is shorter than the standard one. You have to overshoot, so you have to deduct the error for LOS. So LOS you can expect is a shorter one than this one. So you always think about all the way how to do the conversion. Anyway, I think we run out of time. So briefly, let you know, and then finally, let's take a look at this table again, and then we can call it this table again. So take a look at this table again. This CT, CT. So CT will be like this one, and previously I was giving you the formula. So one job for you, one job for you, simple job. What kind of job? Is make this formula absolutely correct. Absolutely. Now it seems it depends on the positive and negative. Maybe this formula is not absolutely correct. So make this formula correct based on your intuition. So once you finish this one based on intuition, the one absolutely correct is I put absolute value over here. I can guarantee it's absolute value. But now I get rid of the absolute value over here. Is that possible? I make it absolutely correct. So let you think about it. If you make it correct, then tomorrow I can give you like 5 points. But you have to let me know before the class begins. Once it begins, I already give you the correct answer. So let me repeat the problem. The problem is for you to think about is the previous formula I gave it to you. Seems there are some problem because it seems from the example we see if this is negative. I think you have this one is shorter. So that's why you have this kind of mechanism. So the one I can guarantee is if I put absolute value, this is a absolute value over here. There is no problem regarding this formula. But now I don't use if I don't use absolute value over here, how am I going to write this one to be a correct form? So think about it. I'll give you 5 points before tomorrow. Before tomorrow, you can give me the solution tomorrow. If you get it right, I'll give you 5 points. Okay. Any problem regarding today's lecture? Any problem? If you don't have any problem, particular problem, please report to the your class monitor. Then just record your attendance over here. So I told you it's important. Equally important is your homework and attendance. Previously, I don't care attendance that much, but now it's online, so I have no way to know whether you are learning or not. So the best way is to call roll. That's the result. Okay, since no problem, I will call it a day, and I will continue tomorrow. And hopefully, some of you can get the formula right, and then it also prove you're learning something as well. It's quite easy. It's not that difficult. It's quite easy. You can easily get it right. Just let me know the form by tomorrow, and I'll give you 5 points. Okay, if there is no further problem, let's call your day, and we shall see each other tomorrow. Or listen to me. We can't see each other. Listen to me tomorrow. Okay, bye.